God is able. God is able. God is able, and He won't fail. Tell me who can make a mountain move out of my way, and who can make a miracle just because of my faith. And when the doctor says no, who can still say yes? And when I'm in trouble, who's right there to help me pass every test? My God is able. Oh, God is able. God is able, and He won't fail. Tell me who can make a river out of a little stream, and who can make the clouds roll back so that the sun can look at me, and who can tell the wind to whistle through the trees. And when I'm in trouble, who's that same God that will come down and rescue me? God is able. My God is able. God is able, and He won't fail. No, He won't fail. He won't fail. Don't you dare give up. Don't you dare give in. God won't fail. Yeah, my God is able. My God is able. God is able, and He won't fail.
Well, come on, if you know God is able, why don't you look at your neighbor and say, neighbor, I know God is able. Oh, come on, look at someone else and say, I know God is able. Amen. The book of Daniel, the 3rd chapter, and I want you to look at the 16th verse. 16 verse. And it says, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego answered and said to the king, O Nebuchadnezzar, we are not careful to answer thee in this matter. If it be so, our God whom we serve is able to deliver us from the burning fiery furnace, and He will deliver us out of thine hand, O king. 18th verse. But if not, somebody say, but if not. Say it loud. But if not, be it known unto thee, O king, that we will not serve thy gods, nor worship the golden image which thou hast set up. Now I want you to drop down to the 24th verse. 24. Then Nebuchadnezzar the king was astonished, and he rose up in haste, and spake and said unto his counselors, Did we not cast 3 men bound into the midst of the fire? They answered and said unto the king, True, O king. He answered and said, Lo, I see 4 men loose, walking in the midst of the fire, and they have no hurt, and the form of the fourth is like the Son of God. Then Nebuchadnezzar came near the mouth of the burning fiery furnace and spake and said, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, ye servants of the Most High God, come forth and come hither. Then Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego came forth in the midst of the fire. I want you to go back up to the 17th verse. This is where we'll take our text from on tonight. If it be so, our God, whom we serve, is able to deliver us from the burning fiery furnace, and he will deliver us out of thine hand, O king. Somebody shout, but if not. Say it again, but if not. Look at your neighbor real quick. Look at him square in the face and say, neighbor, it's time to go hard. Oh, come on, look at somebody else and say, you got to go hard. Oh, come on, tell them it's time to turn up and go hard. Do I have any young people that are going to go hard for Jesus on tonight? Oh, that was kind of weak. Do I have any young people that's going to go hard for God? Look at your neighbor and say, I got to go hard. I just got to do it. Y'all sit down. The book of Daniel. We're talking about the Hebrew boys here. The Hebrew boys. We all know that story. Meshach, Shadrach, and Abednego. Y'all know that. The king had built some images, some golden idols, and he had everybody in the city bowing down to them idols. But we had these Hebrew boys that said, guess what? We not going to bow. We just not going to bow. We not going to give in. We not going to do what you want us to do. In other words, we finna go hard. Amen? Say, we finna go hard. Okay, so we have these 3 Hebrew boys that have made up their mind that we're going to go hard for God. We're going to do what God called us to do, what God want us to do. Sound like us, right? Don't that sound like us? We come to church as young people, and we come to the altar, and we get saved, right? We get saved, we come in here, we do what our parents tell us to do. They tell us to come to church. They want us to serve the Lord. How many young people saved? Don't be ashamed. If you're saved, raise your hand. So we said, okay, well, we're going to do what we're supposed to do. We're going to go hard. We're going to live safe. We're going to live right. Don't it seem like when you come to church, you done shouted, sang, all of that. You get ready to go home. You go to school the next day. After you done went through Sunday morning service, Sunday night service, you feel real good. You got energy. You amped up, right? You said, oh, yeah, I could do this. Y'all saying that right now. Like, yeah, I could do this. I could be saved. I can do this. I can handle this, right? I can do it. That's what the Hebrew boys said. The Hebrew boys said, you know what? I can do this thing. I can do what God wants us to do, what God wants me to do. And guess what? I'm not going to bow. I'm not going to waver for nothing. Now, the Hebrew boys, they was going hard for God by not bowing. Now, what that got to do with me? There's no fiery furnace. You ain't going to put me in no fiery furnace, nothing like that in today's time. No, we're not. But guess what? Each and every one of y'all do have your own king to bow to. You know what y'all king is? Y'all issues that y'all deal with on a daily basis. Y'all issues that you deal with over and over and over again. How many of y'all got some issues? I got some issues here. I got some issues here. I made up my mind to live right. I made up my mind to do what God wants me to do. But guess what? My king that I deal with, my king that I'm fighting against, my king that I'm having problems with. Can I talk to the young people tonight? Can I just talk to you? My issues that I have on tonight. My issue. I don't do nothing wrong. I don't have no problem with nobody. I do what my parents say do. But my issue is music. My issue is music. My issue is Rihanna. My issue is Beyonce. Can I just name the women for the men real quick? My issue is Sierra. My issue is who else? My issue is Mary J. Blige. You know? That's my issue. Or my issue is 2 Chainz. My issue is 50 Cent. My issue is Mario. My issue is who? What? Give me some more. Give me some more. Trey Songz, J. Cole. That's my issue. My issue. I can do everything else, but when it come down to J. Cole, when it come down to that, for some reason, that keeps me from going hard. That keeps me from going hard. I love the rap. I love the music. I love it all. I love the party. I love doing the 2-step. Love doing, what's the dances? The bankhead bounce. All of them. Did I date myself? That's my issue. That's my issue. My issue is music. I have a problem with laying down the music. Well, what's wrong with it? The music gets into your spirit. The music gets into your mind. I was looking up a song, getting ready for this message, and I said, ooh, I can't say that. Half the song was full of cuss words. The Bible tells us that we should admonish one another, singing psalms and hymns. Now, I know some of those are boring, but you can get you some Christian rap, and you can listen to music that's going to help you, music that's going to motivate you, music that's going to not call another female out her name. I don't see how y'all can really listen to. Now, I love rap, but some of that rap, some of that Wyclef and some of that Lil Jon, I can't halfway understand what Lil Jon is talking when he talking or saying when he talking. It corrodes your mind. Let me move on, because y'all say, you know what? I ain't even tripping off that. I can go hard because the music is not my issue. I ain't tripping. I ain't tripping. Can I talk to y'all tonight? Can I really, really talk to y'all tonight? Can I talk to y'all tonight? Well, hey, my issue is not music, but my issue could be some yellow Ferraris. My issues could be some blue dolphins. My issues could be some Mollies. Mollies. My issue could be some Pink Panthers. Pills, popping pills. That could be my issue. It is noted that 40% of teenagers in high school are popping pills. Popping pills today. High school, freshman age to senior age. Not only popping blue dolphins and all of them, but popping Vicodins, popping Norcos, popping pills. I want to go hard, but I can't because I bow to the pills. I bow to the pills. What does that do? Corrodes your minds. Get rid of your brain cells. Why does it make you feel so good? Because it is a depressor. It depresses those feelings. But guess what? When it's done and over with, you still got to deal with the same problems. You're only going to be high for so long. That's why you see them one friends that was normal in elementary and junior high. Then when they get to high school, they looking funny, walking around looking weird because they started popping pills. I want to go hard, but I can't go hard because my pills is my issue. Who else got some issues? Can I talk to you tonight? You say my issue is not pills, but my issue is the weed. My issue is the blunt. I want to smoke it. Can't sell it because I smoke it. Want to be smoky. Weed, the blunt, the bleezy. That's my issue. I want to go hard, but my friends hit me up. Let's go hit this weed. I got some weed. I got some chronic. I got some blow from the hills. Got some of that good stuff. Some good stuff. You don't want to hit it? Some good stuff. I know you want this. Come on now. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool. Some of the best times that I played the organ, I was high. Some of the best times I played my best note was because I was high. Smoking weed is cool. Everybody do it. It helps you get to that next level. Young ladies smoking weed too. They smoking weed. It's probably some of y'all ladies in here that can roll a blunt better than me. That's it. It's funny, but some of us, you don't have to raise your hand, but some of us have been tempted with the weed. Some of us have even smoked it with the weed. I want to go hard. I really want to go hard, but I can't because weed is my issue. Weed is my issue. Can I hit you? Can I really hit you? I want to go hard, but I can't. Alcohol. Alcohol. Am I talking to somebody here tonight? If we be real, young people, if we be real, if we be real, if we be real. I'm not talking 21s. My statistics say 13 to 17 right here. Not just Mad Dog, Cisco, Alizé, Smirnoff, St. Ides, Parmesan, E&J. At the freshman parties, Kool-Aid, punch. We ain't serving punch. We serving what? Four Locos. Four Locos. That's what they serving at the freshman parties. The freshman parties. I want to go hard, but my issue, alcohol. Alcohol. I drank so much alcohol before I hit 21 when it was illegal. When I became 21, alcohol, I don't want no alcohol. That's nothing. That's nothing. And I say that because I don't want y'all to have that same testimony. But I want y'all to have the testimony that say, hey, I went hard, I'm going hard, and I'm not going to bow. I'm not going to bow to any of these issues. Can I hit you on tonight? Can we talk real? I'm almost done. Y'all tell me when y'all want me to stop. My issue. Can I hit them, brother preachers? Is it all right? My issue. Young men, my issues. My issues. These are my issues. Young men. And I start with the young men because it starts with the young men. I know we got some bold women out there, but it starts with the young men. And guess what? Alcohol ain't my issue. Weed ain't my issue. Smoking weed is not my issue. I can go hard. But when it come down to this, because see this I can do at convocation. This I can do at Congress. Am I telling the truth? This is what's going on right here. 13-year-olds. My statistics say 13-year-olds. More 13-year-olds have lost their womanly excellence than those that do it when they get married. And young men let me just talk to the young men for a minute. All it takes is one night. All it takes is one night. Let me read this to you. Latex condoms are intended to prevent pregnancy, HIV, AIDS, and other sexually transmitted disease. Caution, this product is not 100%, and it also may cause allergic reactions. It's not 100%. Not 100%. So if you do it on the first time, that's a wrap. It could lead to a child that you may not be ready for because you still in high school. Now, not only are you affected, but the girl you slept with is affected. Not only is she affected, but her mother and her parents are affected because now they have to take care of you, the child. Your parents have to take care of you and the child. Not only that, it's just not for a couple months, a couple years, 18 years. Child support coming to get your money involuntarily if you do not marry that woman. Go on, get you a good job, make a lot of money. You get that first check, you done work 80 hours, making $30 an hour. You looking for, say, a $4,000 check, and all you get is $1,500 because child support done cleaned you out. I'm Elder Akins. I can only talk to you the real. I'm going to give it to you cut and dry because that's how I got it. I want to help you, keep you from that. Nothing wrong with the child. The child is a blessing. The child is a blessing. But that just caused you to have a little bump in the road. Yeah, you can overcome it. You will overcome it. But what if you'd have went hard that night and said, you know what? I'm keeping my zipper up, so you got to pull your dress down. What if you'd have told her that? Young ladies, what if you'd have said, you know what? I know you fine as wine. I know you play basketball like I want you to play basketball. But guess what? I'm a young woman of excellence. God made me, what is it? Marvelous. I'm beautiful. And I'm keeping myself. I want to go hard, but sex is my issue. Can I hit you on tonight? Sex may not be your issue, young men and even young women. I ain't even got to mess with the woman because I can sit at home by myself with my magazine and my DVDs. My statistics say more 14 to 16-year-olds have an issue with pornography than 18-year-olds. And why? Because it starts with the music, the video vixens that you see on TV. The nice woman with the shapes and the curves. What good is that? Yeah, it's a nice facade. It's pretty right now. But there's an ugly side to it. An ugly side to it. My issues, I want to go hard. Those are just some of the top things that you all deal with. How many will not be ashamed to raise their hand and say, you know what? I feel that pressure. I'm not saying you're doing it, but you say, I feel that pressure. I feel that. I'm pressured with that when I go to school. My last thing. Well, I'm done. The Hebrew boys, they said, we're not bowing. We're not bowing at all, but we're going to stand for what's right. We're going to do what God has to do. And guess what? They didn't bow. God brought them out. If you all walk with God, God always gives you a way of escape. It never fails. How I know? I tried it. I tried it. I reflected on my times where I was caught up in these situations. Just about to do something, my phone go off. I could either answer it and use that as my excuse, or I could stay and do whatever it was I was going to do. God always offers a way of escape if you will take it. These sex, all these things, drugs, alcohol. There was a young lady, and I'm closing. There was a young lady that was born and raised in church all her life. All her life. Young girl, she grew up, she went to church, Bible study, was saved, filled with the Holy Ghost. She lived the life. She was a Hebrew boy that went hard for God. She turned up, went hard all the way. She got of age, I think 19, 20, somewhere around there. She went on a trip. Some of you may have heard me share this. She went on a trip. And when she was on this trip, she was enjoying herself, you know. She said, I'm going to go enjoy beautiful islands, islands of the Bahamas. Went over there, enjoyed herself, had a wonderful time. While she was over there, she met this nice young African, Tate Diggs looking man. While she was over there, she spent all those 3 or 4 days with him, knew him well. He showed her the area. She got close to this man. Saved. She was saved. She was just enjoying herself. Went to dinner with him, enjoying herself. On the last night, he asked her to sleep with him. All these years that she went hard for God, she lost it. And she slept with him. She slept with him. It was a good thrill that night. She got up, got ready to go home. As he was taking her to the airport, he gave her a gift. Gave her a little ring box. Little ring box. He said, don't open this until you get on the plane. And then we'll make arrangements to see you in a couple weeks. She got on the plane, got excited, sat down. She couldn't wait for the plane to take off because she couldn't open it until after the plane took off. Plane got ready. It took off. She ripped open the box, looked at it. Nice, big old, nice note. And guess what the note said? Welcome to the world of AIDS. They had that girl's funeral a couple years ago, about 2 years ago. Dead and gone. Died at the age of 24. Dead, gone. 24. 24 is young. Why? Because she didn't go hard when she needed to. She caved in when she needed to, when she didn't need to. How many of you will go hard for God? How many of you really will make up in your mind? I'm not talking about the missionary, being a missionary with the long white dress, habits on your head, be the elder with the clergy around your neck. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about how many of you will just be a young person that says, you know what? I'm not going to take my chances on losing my life at a young age. It's real. It's real. Get this. You don't even have to done any of those things. Whether we want to believe the rumors or what, Trayvon Martin, if we want to believe he was bad, if we want to believe he was good. If we believe he was good, straight A's, didn't do anything wrong, where is he at today? He's dead. Why? Not necessarily because of anything he done. We don't know. God knows all. We just go by evidence and all of that. Or whether he was bad. He's not here today. He's not here today. That could have been easily one of you all. It could still be one of you all. What if it should happen to be one of you all at the wrong place at the wrong time? It won't matter if you're saved. It won't matter if you go into the store to get a carton of milk and you get shot because you saved. And guess what? God's got your back. And so because God is protecting you, God won't let that happen. I'll tell you this, and then I'm really done. I'm really done. I was going out of town. Many years ago now. Um, I was in church, and I made up my mind. Well, not made up my mind, but that's when the tongue ring was out. You know, the tongue piercings. And I said, I'm going to go get me one. I went and got me one. I got it on a Saturday. And I was going back and forth in Los Angeles. This was a long time ago, preachers. Long time ago. This is before I got ordained. And I got that tongue ring on that Saturday. That Monday, I was in the hospital. My nose, you can still see the scar today. My nose was hanging off my face. How is that? I was coming back from Los Angeles, and I was driving. And only thing I remember is a diesel coming over to my lane, and I don't remember anything else. I remember waking up in the hospital, and my mom and my sister was there. All I could think about was I removed myself from the ark of safety by getting that tongue ring. All them weekends traveling back and forth, LA, working, nothing happened. That never happened. But that Saturday to that Monday, on the way back, accident. I could have died. God could have took me out, and I'd have been in hell. Why? Because I removed myself from out of the protection of God. You all don't want to do anything that's going to remove you. Now, that was a conviction for me. That was me. Some things may not convict you, but that was one for me. And it removed me from the ark of safety. You don't want to do any of these issues that's going to remove you from the ark of safety. We're standing. On tonight, and I want you all to be serious about this. Be serious about this. On tonight, if your issue is laid up on this altar, I want you to meet me here. Meet me here at this altar right now. Don't even think about it. You say, what, brother preacher? My issue is not there, but I do have an issue. I don't need to know what it is. I don't care what it is. I want you to come down here right now. At this point, is nothing to be ashamed of. The only thing to be shameful of is if you leave out of here with that same issue. And you have the opportunity and the time to get rid of that issue right now.